Come one, come all, come everybody from winter to fall. It is the North Carolina Tar Heels Live podcast. I'm one of your hosts with the most, the captain of the Hooligan Express, this side of the Mississippi, Tornado McCray, and in some circles, Myron. Some of y'all may know. And that gentleman over there, it's my co-host with the most, the best in the West, the man that makes them shiver. You know what? The girls, they always quiver when you say his name. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, my name's James.
Samaj, if you don't stop acting up. I said, Samaj, if you don't stop acting up in front of company, get it together.
Samaj AP Ryan.
Samaj.
Samaj AP Ryan.
You're horrible.
Anyway, what's good? What's happening? How you living? It's your boy Ricebox 26. And we back with another North Carolina Live. And boy, we got a good bit to talk about. Good bit to touch on.
My dog is stressed and irritated. I can see it in his tone. I can hear it in his voice.
Nah, that's
because you really wanted to find that intro. I could tell.
I did though.
I could tell.
I mean, I found it technically, but like, I'm gonna have to do some tweaks. It's all right though.
But it's okay, man. It's okay. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got, like you said, we got some things on the docket for you today, and some places to go, some things to see. Honestly, I'm just looking forward to everything that we got here. What about you? Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a whole, yeah. No, we got some good stuff on the docket today, boy. There's some good stuff.
So what we got first up on the list? What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
First things first, you know, as we tick ever so much closer to the start of the season, to week 0. You know, you always got to wonder what's going to be the 3 hardest games, or the 3 games that you worry about the most.
You know, I never understood the point of week 0. I always think that's like weird.
I guess it's like their preseason essentially.
I never called it preseason because here's the thing: if you lose that game, that matters. Like, that's on your record.
Oh snap! I had a hockey game on too.
I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they lose.
I mean, they were down 3-1, but they're down 3-2 now. Just the immediate stop.
nah, bro. Because literally, I opened up ESPN. I opened up the ESPN website to be like, yeah, and then you said 3-2. Reflection on here does not show yet, so I'm just like,
he said 3-2. Get whatever.
Right. Like, Carolina, can y'all please hold a lead? And now it shows up 3-2. Man, you know what I'm sick of time.
Listen, but here's the thing: Vegas been doing that all playoffs, though.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
Doing it all playoffs.
But 3 most scary games heading into the year. What are we talking about?
So 3 most daunting games. You know, it's these games that you be like, okay, we might have our back up against the wall. We got to do something. We got to impress somehow, some way. We got to make something work. We got to make that keyboard work and stop playing around. And first game, and 2 of these are obvious. The third one, not so much.
All right, so who's saying what? So what games are they picking?
So first game that you know is most daunting is Notre Dame.
Boo!
Yeah, it's always an immediate boo from me. However,
I ain't worried about
that. Based off of last season's performance from us, I can understand being a little worried about it.
I ain't worried about them.
Number 2 on this list is Miami Hurricanes on October 30th. Good thing is, these 2 games are at home in Chapel Hill. You know,
we're playing them on Halloween. We're playing on the 31st.
Playing them on Halloween.
You know how
the day before Halloween.
You know how I feel about Halloween games.
So I mean, yeah, playing them on the 30th, playing them at the end of the month, and on top of that, it's like, yeah, they're worried about it because, and even though Miami's lost a good bit of heavy hitter pieces, doesn't mean they didn't reload in the transfer portal. Doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to be coached up to be that same kind of caliber
Have you heard
team.
have you heard if they reloaded in the transfer portal? Because I'll tell you right now, I have not.
I haven't paid that much attention. Even if they didn't reload, that means they feel like they got a good enough roster they didn't need to.
Or they just weren't able to, and they just said this is the down year. Well, they retooled.
Nah, most of that stuff was all that mess with old buddy from Duke, the Duke transfer, because he transferred down there. So a lot of that was all that focused on there. The third game, which surprised me a little bit, was Virginia. Yep, said November 21st, Virginia.
NANI?
Now remember, Sports Illustrated wrote this, not me.
I mean,
so they basically just say, like, over the last couple of years, Virginia has shown ACC wise to be one of the more complete teams by comparison to some other ones. I don't really see where he got that from. However,
hold up. Before I laugh, let me just do. I got to do my due diligence just real quick. Hold up.
They also made the ACC championship last year. Rightfully so. They were one of the two teams that actually were supposed to be there.
Hold up.
You forgot Virginia played Duke in the ACC championship.
I really did. I just know Duke won the game.
Yeah, Duke won the game. Duke wasn't supposed to be there anyway, but that's not the point.
They weren't supposed to be there. Okay, so they've been one of the more complete teams for a team that, granted, this past year, they did do great. Oh, what the hell. But they did do great. 11-3 this past year, 7-1 in the conference. I'll give them that. But 5-7, 3-9, 3-7,
listen,
6-6.
Like I said, their words, not mine.
8-5, 9-5, 8-5, 6-7, 2-10, 4-8, 5-7, 2-10, 4-8. So since 2012,
they said Virginia. This is what they said. This is what they said. I'm quoting it out. Virginia was one of the surprise stories in college football last season, challenging for the ACC regular season title. Throughout 2025, the Cavaliers established themselves as one of the most complete teams in college football. The roster will look vastly different in 2026, but I will argue that head coach Tony Elliott upgraded at quarterback, replacing Chandler Morris with Missouri transfer Bo Pribula. Virginia should carry over some momentum from last season with a strong transfer portal class, and North Carolina's weakness at head coach and quarterback could be thoroughly exposed.
Okay, so they're saying their 2025 team was one of the most complete.
Yeah, proved to be one of the most complete.
Okay,
I still can't say that because you didn't.
The way the way you said that, it made it sound like Sports Illustrated was saying they've been one of the most complete teams in the ACC for like the last decade, and that's why I was like, "Huh?"
Nobody would have believed that. I don't even think
that's why I was confused. I was like, "What are we talking about here?" And I was like, "Hold up, let me go pull up this record real quick because not only that."
And that's more than likely my fault. I didn't really. It's like I said, I kind of paraphrased it.
Okay.
I didn't even realize. I didn't even read these sections. I just looked at them.
You wanna know what's crazy, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Virginia has had, Jesus Christ. Yo, that is wild. Virginia has had only 2 seasons in their 122-year history with 10 or more wins. But they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons with 10 or more losses. In 122, Jesus Christ, bro. Like,
I look at it like this: only 6 seasons with 10 or more losses. That's not bad. Out of
Only
120
2 seasons. Only 2 seasons with 10 or more wins. Nah, that's bad, bro. Like you could have at least at least broke that even. That's bad.
You've been middle of the road your entire existence.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. You've been mid for your entire existence.
Nah.
Because just saying more than 10 wins in the season doesn't really say much.
Because honestly, Virginia in the 90s was like from 86 to 90, Virginia was solid. Because it's like, so 86. So I'm going to go just 86 up to 05. I'm going to just list the number of wins they had per season, right? 3, 8, 7, 10, 8, 8, 7, 7, 9, 9, 7, 7, 9, 7, 6, 5, 9, 8, 8, 7. So from 86 to 2005, Virginia was only a few games away from being a 10-win team. So you could have easily turned, especially that 9-win seasons, you win one more game here or there, you're a 10-win team, bro. And in that time,
so like I said, like you saying only 2 seasons of 10 wins or more doesn't mean they weren't successful seasons.
I'm just saying, in 122 years,
were they a powerhouse?
You only got 2.
Team?
I'm not saying they were a powerhouse, but in 122 years, you only got 2 years. So 2 out of the 122 where you managed to get 10 wins or more. And one of them was just this past year. So prior to that, y'all had one season in school history where you had 10 wins or more.
I don't really see the issue with it personally.
I'm sorry. We're not about to have 122 years of college excellence in this football program, and y'all only got one season where y'all got 10 wins or more, bro. Funding is getting cut.
I mean, here's the thing: like you're calling it college excellence. Who said it was excellence? I've been told. I just said it. They've been mid their entire existence.
Hey, funding is getting cut.
They have been mid their entire existence. They
2 of these years,
the money was going to. It wasn't football.
2 of these 10-loss seasons, they went 0-10, and then those were back to back.
Good, as they should have been. How would you rather them be spread apart? I'd rather them be back to back and be done with. I'd rather them be done and go. At least that way I can excessively say, what, this coach. I
got one for you.
I don't want.
Hey,
I don't want is to find out that I got a coach that was booty cheeks one year and then find out, he might actually be good. And then he's booty cheeks the third year. I don't want that. I don't want a roller coaster. I want to find out, yes, you were consistently booty. Let me just go ahead and get rid of
Just think about this.
That was good, Cobb.
Just imagine you are a freshman. You come into the NCAA, you are as a freshman. Do you want 4 years there or 5 years? Or 5 year here?
Does it matter?
Yes and no.
Because it sounds like you transfer and come year 3 anyway.
Yes and no. So
because it sounds like your decision, you transfer, you be out by junior year anyway.
Let's say you were a true freshman playing. 1957 is your freshman year. Your team go 3-6-1. You're like, all right, we can build on that. Sophomore year, you go 1-9. Junior year, 0-10. And senior year, 0-10. You finish your career on a 0-20 losing streak. Do you understand the amount of I'm fighting in the locker room that I'm doing?
I don't know who you fighting. I'm not fighting nobody.
I'm fighting the squad. Like, you mean to tell me we couldn't win one game in 20 games, bro?
Here's a question: whose fault is that?
I low-key want to see what the scores were for this season.
Because the real question is, whose fault was that? Was it our fault, or was it the coach's fault? Because the only thing I'd be fighting is a front office for a new coach. And why we ain't replaced him the year before.
I will say, Hey, so check this out. So the 3-6. So the coach that went 3-6-1, right? He got relieved because he went 3-7 the year before. He only had coached 2 seasons. He went 3-7, then 3-6-1. They replaced him with another coach. That coach went 1-9 the first year, then 0-10, then 0-10, and they fired him. I'm like, bro, y'all. The previous coach won more games in one season than this guy did in 3.
He won more games in 2 seasons than that man won in 3 games, and you fired him after 2 seasons.
Not even that. He won more in just 1 season. Because remember, I said he went 3-7.
Oh, I know.
Then 3-6. The other coach that got 3 seasons only went 1-20. Actually, he went 1-29.
Like I said, and you went and fired the other guy in 2 seasons. Why this one get 3?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, why did he get 3? Hold on, let me see these scores. I got to see these. All right, so
you got to check the injury reports if there is any.
1950. Let's see. 1959 season. God. They lost to William and Mary 37-0. Lost to Clemson 47-0. And lost. Here's the thing. They lost to unranked William and Mary 37-0. Lost to number 5 Clemson 47-0. Lost to 19 Florida 55-10. Lost to Virginia Military Institute 19-12. Lost to Virginia Tech 40-14. Lost to Vanderbilt 33-0. Lost to Wake Forest 34-12. Lost to South Carolina 32-20. Lost to North Carolina. Lost to us 41-0. And then lost to Maryland 55-12. So then let's go to 1960. Oh, well, better news. They only got shut out 1 time in 1960.
Oh, Lord.
1960. Opened the season losing to William and Mary again, 41-21. Lost to North Carolina State, 26-7. Lost to number 8 Clemson, 21-7. Lost to VMI again, 30-16. Lost to Virginia Tech again, 40-6. Lost to Wake Forest again, 28-20. Actually respectable. Lost to number 8 Navy, 41-6. Lost to Maryland again, 44-12. Lost to us again, 35-8. And then lost their last game of the season to South Carolina, 26-0. Jesus. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, what team is this? Virginia Cavaliers, Cobb.
It's a mid for their entire existence.
Bro, like, that's just, I ain't gonna lie. Bump firing. I'm just resigning as a coach at that point. Like, clearly, I'm not doing right.
They're gonna look at you like resigning. What that look like?
I'm going. They were right, bro. Like, y'all are just bad.
That's one of those things that tell you you just wasn't living life right.
Living life, right, boy.
You weren't living right. You weren't right with God that year, or the year after, or the year after that.
Averaging 8 points a game in football for a whole season. That's just,
Jet. So we got 3 worst case scenarios going into 2026.
I'm not even gonna do the Jets that dirty, bro.
He was the oldest rivalry. Is it though?
Is it?
Was it a rivalry?
I don't know if that's a rivalry, dog.
Was it a rivalry?
I don't know if that's a rivalry getting smacked up like that. Jesus Christ.
You know, basically, so like I said, so sticking to the Sports Illustrated train, they also had 3 worst case scenarios going into 2026. And all of these make perfect sense to me.
He said, look it up. I am.
I'm not. I'm just gonna trust it.
Huh. The South's oldest rivalry. UNC's oldest rival in football is the University of Virginia Cavaliers, a matchup that first began on October 22nd, 1892, and is famously known as the South's oldest rivalry.
That man said 1892.
I mean, yeah.
Basically, essentially, it's like Virginia came in, the South will rise again, and North Carolina came in, not in these mountains.
The South will rise again. The hell it will.
Not in these mountains, it won't. So, first worst case scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, this would definitely be a worst case scenario. Is the quarterback room turns into the ultimate carousel?
Oh, basically, we just don't know who the QB is, and we just
putting somebody in, just rotating quarterbacks to
trying to figure out something. Spaghetti it. Just got to spaghetti it.
Because it says a few weeks ago, I wrote about this potential situation that the Tar Heels must avoid in 2026, a carousel at the most important position on the roster. A lot of expectations are placed on North Carolina quarterbacks, especially with the recent success of Drake May, Sam Howell, and Mitch Trubisky over the last 10 years. If the Tar Heels fail to establish a starting signal caller throughout the regular season, the offense and the team as a whole will suffer. The lack of consistent quarterback play would put the offense in a rut and may cost players such as Jordan Shipp and Damon June. Second worst case scenario is Belichick's big bets in the transfer portal fail.
Oh, please don't say that. Please don't say that. I'd actually be really upset about that one.
It said Belichick had a unique approach to the transfer portal. Instead of going big with superstars at key positions, he targeted players who had garnered an opportunity to perform at a high level for their respective Big Ten or SEC program. The ceiling for the new group of players is high, but there's no guarantee of its success. If it fails, Belichick does as well and could put the Tar Heels back to where they are after firing Mac Brown, looking for a new head coach. That's how important this year's transfer class is for UNC. And last but not least, and we pray every day that this doesn't happen, a repeat of last season.
Oh, hell no. Absolutely not. Please not that.
Because, yeah, that'd be, and like I said, the worst case scenario.
Honestly, that's, truth be told, a repeat of 2025 is the first two worst case scenarios combined.
Oh, yeah, no, like it, because the first two of these things happen, the third thing happens.
The third thing is what happened. Like
the third thing is the final result of the first two things.
We can have one of those two and not have three. But if one and two, it's like if one and two happen, three definitely happened.
Three is definitely happening. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like you get one or the other. If you don't get both, if you get both, you get the third. And if you get the third, we are back where we started. We ain't got time.
What 1 + 2 doesn't equal 3 here. Like
at all.
This will, if we add this and this, acorn becomes tree.
We do not need the acorn becoming a tree. Chop that forest down immediately. Raise it before it starts.
Hey, what he said? What he said on the Lorax? Let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up and die.
Come on, everybody!
Yeah, sing it with me. I love how they all looked at him like,
sir,
like, no, we just had a whole come to Jesus moment. Like, what do you
look at him like? Does this look like a singing moment to you?
And we just had a whole come to Jesus moment. How we realized how we were destroying the earth, and you just came in. So
it looks at it like, first of all, sir, it's like business like right after a singing moment. Does this look like a singing moment to you? Because it's not. This is not a time to be singing. But we just got done singing. We learned a lesson in that last song. We need the lesson to sit. You, sir, need to go.
He said,
you must remove yourself from this grouping, please.
He said, yo, we just learned the lesson to save the tree. So we want to save the tree.
The tree can
let it die. Let it die. This is capitalism. I can't see, you can't see. So what? All that matters is, can we kill the trees? That's a raid. Oh man. But yeah, no. If 1 and 2 are to transpire, sorry y'all. Ooh, excuse me. But if 1 and 2 were to occur, 3 is imminent.
Absolutely.
And if 3 is imminent, we about to be going through it.
Just throw the whole season. Just throw the whole thing away. Throw the whole organization, everything away. Just throw it all away.
Just break it all. Hey, we out of here.
Yep. Bust it down, burn it, melt it, throw it away, bury it into the ground. It's all right.
It never happened.
Nope. And apparently I've been sticking to rules of 3 today, because here's another 3.
Woo!
Rules of 3. So 3
Triple
transfers
threes.
that can surprise fans in 2026. And I actually think they're actually pretty interesting candidates. First up is Caleb Jackson, running back, a redshirt junior running back that transferred in from LSU. Used to be a former top 10 running back recruit coming out of high school. And they think, thanks to his compact frame, physicality, and power, along with decent balance after contact, he could be a very good contributor coming out of the backfield, along with Damon June and Benjamin Hall.
Do you think he can be?
I mean, I think potentially. I mean, I haven't seen a bad LSU running back. I haven't seen great ones. I haven't seen consistently great ones, but I haven't seen a bad one.
You know what I miss, and I'm like, I thought he was going to be really, really good in the NFL, and he did have a good start. Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah. I honestly think he just wasn't a good fit in Kansas City.
I thought he was a great fit in Kansas City.
I don't think he was. Post Tyreek leaving, I don't think he was a good fit after that.
I personally thought he fit well there. And I thought they just didn't. I thought he was a great fit and he was going to work well there. But at the time with Tyreek there, they wanted to use him in a different way that wasn't his strength. But he still was going to be a great fit for them.
I think he was a good fit for Eric Bieniemy's offense, but I don't think he was a good fit for Kansas City as a whole. Because once Bieniemy left, you can tell as a Pacheco took over his spot, he just floated further and further back on the depth chart.
But he's a good
running back. It just didn't work. Like I said, he wasn't terrible. But like I said, because of the scheme fit after Bieniemy left, it just wasn't a good fit. They didn't use him to his potential.
Bieniemy needs to be a head coach. Side note.
Snap is tied up 3-3. With 2:52 left in the second. Yeah. Second on the list is Rowan Byrne, offensive lineman transferred in from Clemson. I'm thinking because his experience already on the field, and on top of that he has a decent amount of movement skill. And if he re-shows what he had with the amount of movement he had coming out of high school, they think he'll be a solid depth piece at interior offensive lineman. And last but not least is Tarvoris Brown, defensive tackle transferred out of Florida. Former JUCO standout, and they say due to his size and long arms, could be a potential pass rushing sub-package lineman on third down, because he is going to get his burn because he's just in that rotation. Bet y'all don't remember Jonathan Linton. I remember that name. Linebacker, wasn't it?
I heard it like once or twice in my life.
I remember Jonathan Linton, but I don't remember him super clear.
Cobb be getting funny sometimes. He be like, y'all don't remember this. Peppered Farm remembers. I'm sorry, Cobb. You got a deeper bag than me, dang it.
He pulls that old head stuff. He's like, hey, I bet y'all young boys don't remember this. Y'all don't know nothing about.
He's like, y'all don't know nothing about this. I'm like, what you mean, man? Like,
okay, no. I had to look him up. But I remember Jonathan Linton. Yeah, I remember this dude. Played for Buffalo. Let's hit running back. That's all Cobb does. Cobb gets bored for a quick second, and then he start pulling old head moves and bringing out names ain't nobody even thought of, or ain't nobody thought of in 30 years.
And be like this. Bet y'all don't know Old Man McTruckett. It's like, you don't even know Old Man McTruckett. Yeah, I do. Greatest running back from 1931. Sir. Like, what?
But you don't mean. I bet you don't remember old Bucket. What?
Like, what you mean, bro? Like, I guess they don't teach y'all nothing. They don't teach y'all nothing now.
Every time he went out there, lined up at wide receiver, quarterback dropped back, you say, you know what? He down there somewhere.
How many catches did he have? 7.
Seven. For how many yards? 28.
7. 28. What? 1,000.
So
how?
It's a 28,000 yards. But he only had 7 receptions. He only needed 7. He ran up and down the field, back. Charlie Choo Choo Justice.
It's the choo. Like, I remember that one, but like it's the choo choo just that gets it. Charlie Choo Choo Justice. Like I just picture. You know what I picture with that? I picture the water boy. You sound like a big old choo choo tray. Woo! He's like power bomb. Like oh no, I remember Charlie Choo Choo. Like I remember that day. I remember that day, but I'm just laughing because it's always the choo choo that gets me. I be sitting. You ever sit there and think to yourself, what the commentators used to come up with names like this back in the day? Look at her, it's Charlie Choo Choo Justice getting down the field.
So William Belwonka Smith.
William Swamper Belwonka. Like what?
Marcus Chumbawamba Davis. What?
That's right, Phil. When Chumbawamba gets it going, oh boy, you just can't stop. Like
all you hear is ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
He was before my time.
He's way before my time.
So he was playing. So oh man, so he was playing with Jesus and Galileo. Sometimes I be wanting to hear like old radio play-by-plays and hear those commentators say those names and be like, bro, what were y'all thinking? Like
some of the big names back in like the 40s and 50s were madness.
Like Nash, hey. Look here, it's Mike Big Dick Time. Whoa, wait a minute. You said what now? Yeah, he's the greatest. He's the greatest kicker of all time. See, Big Dick.
So taking the snap is Big Dick Army. Born Richard Army, 1936.
Big Dick Army got it like that. Like, no, stop. He's got the biggest leg. This see,
got the biggest arm on this side of the Mississippi.
It's like, how do you think? I'd like that big arm. I'd like that big arm right beside me, Frank. How about you? Yeah,
son of Gerald and Harriet Army. Big donors to the university.
Big donors. Like
Gerald go down in the record books for most sacks in the game.
Most sacks in the game for Big Dick. I like it.
As we're sitting here watching the legends being born. Big Dick takes a snap. Passes the ball to long leg Larry.
Long leg Larry. And 3-leg Steve.
He just throws the ball over the long-legged Harry Hoover. That long stride.
You know, he opens it up, and boy, are the ladies cheering for him today.
As soon as he gets the ball in his hand and turns that corner, he hits that long stride, and nobody can catch him.
Nobody.
Like a bandit in the night.
I had a bandit once too, Jim. Really? Yeah. Tough night.
Couldn't catch him for nothing. Couldn't see him in the dock.
Couldn't see him. Couldn't do it.
Couldn't find my liner. Couldn't get my advantage that I was looking for.
Oh my goodness.
And speaking of advantages. Speaking of advantages.
Hey, yo, wait a minute. He said, speaking of advantages, Hey, look, it's Slippery Willie.
Slippery Willie.
Slippery Willie gets back in. Another sack for Slippery Willie.
They've been leading the season in broken tackles this year.
Slippery Willie.
It's going to take about 3 to 4 man to keep him out.
His name is Eric Eel Willie, but we call him Slippery.
Born Benjamin Willie.
Born Benjamin Willie on the south side of Chicago. See,
Chicago native. So he's tough down to the core.
He's tough down to the core. Said he slipped out of his mother's womb just like that too. That's how he got the name, Slippery Willie.
Ever since he was born, he's been slipping and sliding.
Oh my God! Speaking of, bro, that was a top 10 transition. I'm gonna give you credit on that one. Hey, I'm gonna give you credit on that one. That was a top 10 transition. Speaking of advantages.
So recently, it's been found out that our man Mike Malone has reached out to Oregon guard Wei Lin out of China.
Oh,
6'4", 490-pound guard. Spent 3 seasons with the China Basketball Association. Ended up with a 41% field goal percentage, 36 from 3-point, 88% from free throw. Averaging 3.5 rebounds per game, 4.1 assists per game, 1.4 steals per game, almost way under just a block a game, and 18.8 points per game after playing 114 games.
Fun fact, that's the same league that Stephon Marbury dominated after his NBA career?
It is. Then they said that man was averaging like 80 points a game.
That man got a statue. That man got
he was that good.
That man got a statue out there. I think he won like league MVP like 7 times over there.
Yeah, he did. I think they won like 10 championships.
Yeah, that man was balling.
Also ended up being a 2-time All-Star, scored at least 30 points 6 times in his last season in Nanjing. He does still have 2 years of eligibility left, has played 30 games with Oregon, 9 starts, averaging 6.6 points per game, 1.7 assists per game, and 17.6 minutes per game. Scored a career-high 23 points in an overtime loss to Rutgers. Also had 6 3-pointers, 5 assists and 2 steals. Scored 10 points and 5 assists versus Ohio State, and it was one of 6 double-digit games, all of which he got in Big Ten play. And they said he chose Oregon because it gave him the best path to the NBA while also allowing him to improve his English and become more physical while on the court. He was weighing that decision between the G League or the Australian National Basketball League before ultimately choosing to come to Oregon. The shoes were awful, though. No, they weren't. The shoes were legit. I don't care what nobody.
Hey, the Starbirds. The Starbirds.
Especially the second iteration, the Starberry 2's legit.
So he was.
Y'all stay wearing right.
He was a 7-time CBA All-Star. He was a CBA International League MVP in 2013, and then he was the CBA Finals MVP in 2015. But he won 3 championships in 2012, 2014, and 2015. So that man wasn't even the best player on his team the first 2 championship years. He didn't even get Finals MVP the first 2 years. He won a championship, league MVP, another championship, then a championship and Finals MVP. Crazy.
Hey, he was winning though. That's all that matters.
He did win. He ended up coaching. He actually coached the team over there in Beijing too for 5 years.
Nice. And Taechu and Wei Lin's teammates actually have some really good things to say about him, especially even a coach. So Jackson Shelstad, another guard, says he's really very talented. His IQ is just off the charts. You can plug him in and he's going to make plays. He can really shoot the ball as well. Sean Stewart, forward, says he distributes the ball really well, so it's been really fun to play with him. And Dana Altman, one of the coaches, says best quality is just getting the ball moving and making plays and finding guys, which is something is a big deal for if you want a good point guard. So I've seen it with my own eyes, players sliding all over the court like they were skating. They weren't wearing Starberries for that.
No. Apparently, so side note, Stephon Marbury was part of the group that urged Adam Silver to stop the 2019-2020 COVID season because it said on March 8th, Marbury warned NBA Commissioner Adam Silver to stop the 2019-2020 season, saying the game won't be fun if people die. He specifically asked Silver to be the one to make the hard and easy decision. The request was made 3 days before the first NBA player tested positive for COVID-19, and Silver suspended the season. So shout out to Stephon Marbury being like, hey, yo, nah, go ahead and shut this down, bro.
It's man of the players.
He's like, oh, he also married a singer who was on The Voice of China. She was a Voice of China contestant.
Good for him.
Good for you, sir.
Good for him. You know what else is good? We're going to Omaha.
Yes, sir! Off a beautiful
walk
off. Hey, listen, boy. When I tell you I was on my seat, we were down 3. Listen, y'all. Let me paint the picture. Southern Cal is up on us. 3-1. Finishing up in the 7th, bro. They wheeling and dealing. And I'm sitting there quivering, sitting in my chair like, oh God, this is it. We go into the 8th. We get down 3-2. I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We cooling. We good. Next thing I know, we sit there. We at bat. Got people on. Got 2 on. We foul it off. I'm like, Hole fouls it off, bro. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh no, they
pursued it too. It was this close.
I'm like, oh, this is it. Oh, this is it. Oh, no. And bro, he should have let his outfielder get it. His outfielder had a better angle than him. He should have let his outfielder catch it. But he misjudges it, drops. Then Hole drives one straight over, right in the left center. Center fielder misjudges it just a step too late. It drops. Walk off. We go. Walk off and we go into this Omaha, baby. Boy, I almost crapped my britches. Yes, sir. I almost crapped my britches. Hole, thank you for coming up front. I was excited. I was happy. And now we have a chance. We're the second highest seed going into men's College World Series in Omaha, and we play
Ole Miss to start off.
We play Ole Miss to start off on Friday at, I want to say 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I want to say. And it's double elimination. It's double elimination. So if we can handle business, win this game, go on and win the very next game, we're going to be sitting pretty going to the College World Series, bro.
And Scott Forbes had this to say about the game. He said, I've been a part of a lot of great games. That's one of the most special games I've been a part of at Boschmer Stadium.
Listen, at home, back against the wall, you need a crazy moment. And sometimes when it comes to baseball, bro, you just need the right momentum at the right time. Baseball is one of those sports I love so much. You could be down. You could be down 5-1 the entire game. And then you just catch fire right in the 9th inning. Steve, get out of here.
You get out of here, Steve.
Get out of here,
Steve. To listen to you. And even better, that walk-off double was Owen Hole's 4th double of the day.
Hey, Hole was putting it in, bro. He was doing what he had to do.
He was killing it all day.
And I just love the fact that with baseball, you can be down the whole game. You just got to rally at the one time. But you can also lose a game like that. Because I was watching the Texas Tech and Texas softball final, and Texas Tech had the game won up until the 7th inning. And because they were about to force a game 3 and had the game won up until the 7th inning, when literally all they had to do, the pitcher got the girl to ground it to the shortstop. Shortstop went for the force out at third, overthrew the third baseman, homegirl scored, and then Texas went up 4-3, and I was just like, dang. All the momentum was gone. Home run Henry. Look here.
Oh,
Look here. It's old home run Henry, followed by Dick Donnie Double. Boys get
old Big Meat Henry. What?
Big Meat Henry. What you talking about, Frank? You don't know
He's
about Big Meat Henry?
Just slinging that bat everywhere. What? Like, sir, what are we what are we talking about?
Oh, speaking of funny baseball commentary, funniest baseball commentary. If y'all ain't never done this, if you have never done this as a kid, even as an adult, man, go get any of the MLB Slugfest games and just listen to the commentary up in the booth. Like when I tell you MLB Slugfest, like 03, loaded, 06, go listen to the commentary in that booth, in that game, is exactly how you're seeing these comments here that we're showing. Because, Joe, you know about it. You know about that commentary.
No, listen, man.
Because you played MLB Slugfest, right?
I've played it before, yeah. It's been a long time.
Bro, I remember one time he's sitting there. He's like, all right, Jim. Spurs. Oh. Ooh, that's honestly, I said the other day, I said I need Wemby to pull a 06 Wade or a 2021 Giannis and just rattle off 4 straight. Because that's what Dwayne Wade and them did in the 06 finals. They lost the first 2. And the same with Giannis when they played the Suns. And you want to know what's crazy? Somebody pointed out Mikal Bridges was on the 2021 Suns team that was up 2-0 on Giannis. And they said there was like the last time Mikal Bridges was up 2-0, this happened. Because they asked him after game 2, they said, Mikal, how do you feel being up 0-2? He said, he's like, job's not finished. It's 0-0. We got to stay humble. And then they showed, they're like, because the last time he did this, or the last time he was in this position, this happened. And Giannis, like, that was the game when Giannis, like, went off in game 3. I was just like, ooh.
You either do or you don't do. No in between. You go, you get the job done. If you do not get the job done, you walk away. The hell with tail between legs.
And kiss your butt.
Looking like total loser.
Total loser. Spurs lucky
to beat there. It took 7 games to beat a wounded Thunder. First of
all,
no, we're not going to do that.
No, because
wounded.
The Thunder
was Jalen.
The Thunder
Williams
were literally up 3. The Thunder were literally up 3-2, and getting all the calls. The Thunder were up 3-2 and we're getting all the calls. We're not doing that.
You know, that was OKC. That was OKC series to lose, and they did exactly that.
Chet didn't show up. If you want to blame anybody, Chet Holmgren only taking 2 shots in game 7. 2 shots.
Chet, I say it all the time. Chet soft.
Nah, bro.
Chet soft.
It took 7 games to beat a wounded. Here's the thing. The Thunder went without J-Dub the entire playoffs. And then I'm not going to sit there and take this as a Pacers fan. Everybody loves to say, oh, the Thunder beat the Pacers. If that's the case, guess what? It took the Thunder 7 games to beat a wounded Pacers team. If you want to play that logic. If you really want to play that, because Tyrese was not healthy that whole series, but was still doing his thing, which led to him tearing his Achilles in game 7. 2 starters.
Who's the second starter? Who's the second starter? I know Jalen Williams was it.
Jalen Williams was one. That was the only starter. You can say a key role player, but even then, Jalen Williams been hurt the whole series.
Like I said,
he was hurt the whole playoffs.
He was hurt from game 1.
He was hurt the whole playoffs. He didn't even play.
He was hurt going into that series, so that doesn't make no. That's not an excuse.
That's not an excuse. And you're up 3-2. You're up 3. You got 2 games, and one of them's at home. And then your second star player does not show up in game 7.
All OKC had to do was win 1 game, and they couldn't do it. Well, that wasn't Jay Williams. That wasn't Williams' fault at all. That was him being absent was not their fault because they said they still won 3 games without him. So we can't say a beat up OKC team. Can't say that. Can't say that.
I would see if it was like SGA that got hurt. I'd give you that.
Shoot, or really anybody from that starting lineup they had. So I'm pulling for the Spurs, but if OKC was healthy, you keep saying if OKC was healthy enough to get to the dang semifinal to the conference championship and still lost.
They were fine.
They were just fine. That's not even an excuse.
They were up 2-0. Like, what are we talking about?
We can't even do that. Like, we can't even make that excuse of if they were healthy. If they were healthy and they still would have lost, what excuse would you have made? What you would have said if they still lost anyway?
It's like they were up 2-1 at one point. They were up 3-2. And then it's like, all right, bro, like what do you want? They easily could have beat them. They wouldn't have.
I mean, we'll never know now because they lost.
Okay. By that logic, the Pacers are NBA champions. By that sweep. Oh no. Nah. Now you just running out. Because if that's the case, the Pacers would have blown out the OKC Thunder last year if Tyrese Halliburton by 20 in OKC. If you want to play that.
Here's my other question. So you telling me, had Williams been healthy, you basically just took Chet Holmgren off the court because that's the only way y'all would have won. That's the only way they would have swept is if Chet Holmgren never saw the court at all. Like Chet Holmgren would have had to sit out the entire series for y'all to have swept anybody. Period. But we're not going to continue to be negatives because 2 negatives make a positive. You know what positive we got going on today? We added some pitching talent from Queens.
Yeah.
Joey Ruler. Speaking of New York, Joey Ruler, pitcher. He went 5-8 for Queens with a 4.47 ERA and 90.66 innings. 79 strikeouts, though. With a team high 79 strikeouts, had a season best 10 strikeouts and a 7-2 win over West Georgia, and he ended up earning third-team All-ASUN selections. He is a Charlotte native and even joins former William & Mary shortstop Jamie Laskowski.
Woo! Laskowski.
Another pop that we got going on is we also got a new commit in Noah Spence.
We got 2.
Because the linebacker committed too, right?
No, we got a lineman. I just added him to
another lineman.
Yeah, Chavez.
Yeah, that is another one.
Yeah, I added him.
Nice.
Chavez.
Yeah, I didn't see him earlier.
Yeah,
I needed help from Mr. Trubisky.
They need help. Oh God, no. Hey, you said they would sweep. No, that's getting swept. You had Mr. Trubisky. That's getting swept.
So let's see. So basically, Noah Spinks, quarterback for the class of 2027, 6'1", 205 pounds, 3-star out of Humble, Texas.
Humble.
He led Texas Division 6A rankings with 3,690 yards passing, 42 touchdowns, 5 interceptions at a 71% completion percentage.
Woo.
And even better, this is a full circle moment for him because he also attended a UNC football camp in 7th grade where he said UNC has been my dream school ever since I was a little kid. When I was little, I would always see the jerseys and Michael Jordan, and I went up to camp when I was in the 7th grade. My whole family loved it up there. Best athlete from UNC.
Hey. Who, Jordan?
He also had I think he's talking about Trubisky. He also had other offers from UTSA, Lamar, Utah, Incarnate Word, Southern Miss, Georgia Southern, Sam Houston State, New Mexico, and Texas State.
Lamar. Gotta love it.
I saw somebody comment that we're 3-star U, apparently.
You want to know what's funny? I was looking at that earlier, and I was like, dang, They at the same point I am in my dynasty mode.
Just nothing
There's
but
all
3
3
stars.
stars. All 3 stars right now. Oh, good placement.
I don't know why this adds in my way.
I was say just click the
Ruining
X
my
box.
day.
I was say just click the little X down there.
It's behind the. There it is. It's behind the little. Oh my god! It's behind the little AdSense thing over here. Good movement. Smart to just take off. And he's a lefty on top of that.
You know, I like those.
Ooh.
I ain't gonna lie.
Good toss. Good
that
toss
receiver,
on the run.
that receiver
I thought he was
Loki got
gonna get
lucky.
smacked. I thought he was about to get hit.
That receiver's about to die. No, that's great placement.
Good ball. Ooh.
Hey, that's trust. Class of 27, Cobb. Now, here's the other thing. Oh, wow. You got lucky. Bill seems to like lefties. Kind of crazy because I don't recall Bill having many lefties when he was in New England.
He didn't. He didn't have any. He had no lefties in New England.
No, I think he might have one.
I don't think he had a single one in New England. And if he did, they were like third and fourth stringer. They weren't on the main. They weren't rotational guys at all. Class 26 now. He's class of 27. I'm about to say, I think this is the most lefties Bill has gotten at one time in his entire coaching career. Good pocket presence, too. Ooh, that was lucky. You know something about this that I'm really happy about?
What is that?
He has receivers that come back to the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I get so annoyed watching even during for even college and professional that I have guys just stand in a spot, come back to the ball.
So
it's a way to the ball.
They said Belichick never drafted or started a left-handed quarterback during his entire 24 tenure as a head coach for the Patriots. While he frequently utilized left-footed punters, left-handed passers were notably absent from his offenses. The extinct position. Left-handed quarterbacks are incredibly rare in the league. Only about 30 have played in the NFL throughout its history, as offensive schemes, line protections, and receiver muscle memory are deeply wired for right-handed throws. Belichick's philosophy, because offensive playbooks are historically tailored for righties, Belichick, like many traditional coaches, prioritized right-handed signal callers to avoid having to adjust alignments and passing concepts. And you know what? Me being a left-handed quarterback, I think I have more personal beef with this, is because I always hated.
A lot of receivers say it's an adjustment to catch left-handed quarterbacks. It is. But my thing is just catch the ball.
Here's my thing. I will say this. As a left-handed quarterback, and you've played with me,
yeah,
I've always never seen the issue of being like, just flip the playbook, because of the simple fact I've had to flip the playbook so many times in my life to fit what a right-hander would do.
And that's my thing. Like, that's the easiest solution is just flip the playbook. You can still run the same play and all that. Just flip it. Now, once again, like, I understand the argument from the receiver standpoint of, because the ball rotation is different, the motion of the ball in the air and all that is going to be different than what you're used to with a right-handed quarterback. I just look at it like, even with the left-handed quarterback, all it's really doing is spinning the opposite way. So you just got to remember, if nothing else, if I'm coming from a left to right, if I like a left to right slant, the ball is going to spin into my chest and not away from me.
But that's the other thing. Nobody makes that excuse. If you've played with left-handed quarterbacks all your life, and then you get a right-handed quarterback, you don't get that excuse.
Well,
Because
because
most people are right-handed. But most people are
most
right-handed.
people
But
are
you don't.
right-handed.
But I'm saying you don't get that excuse of that pass. So
No.
the simple fact of the matter that when it's a left-handed quarterback, everyone's like, "Oh man, this is different," so on and so forth. It's like, bro, it don't matter when the roles flipped. We don't get that. We don't get that. We don't get that. That cushion of, well, I'm dealing with somebody different. No. So
Well, because
I will also
at
say
the end
I
of the
do take
day,
this more personally. I will say that I take this more
which is
personally.
true. And like I said, and I'm going to kind of respond to it in a slightly personal way because you're already left-handed and you know how it works. And any receiver that you tend to deal with will always work with a left-handed quarterback. Is not as pertinent to the situation. So it's just like you said, if you go from if you had a left-handed quarterback all your career and you switch from a left-handed to a right-handed quarterback and you say you're right-handed, you're used to getting a right-handed pass because you're right-handed. Your family's more than likely right-handed. Everybody's around you's right-handed. So even when you were growing up and throwing the ball outside of practice, you always got a right-handed pass from somebody. So you're already used to that. Growing up and throwing right-handed all the time, even if you've never had a left-handed quarterback, not once until let's say at this current point, yeah, you're going to make that excuse of this is totally different than me catching from a right-handed quarterback. Me personally, having played receiver before, I don't like that excuse of the rotation's different. I've always just been taught when the ball comes to you, catch the ball. If it can hit your hands, you just bring the ball in. Doesn't matter what the rotation is, just catch the ball. Because Reedsville had a left-handed quarterback, and they still rolled out onto the right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Cobb, 100%. My coach, his playbook was tailored for a right-handed quarterback. But when I was in, I still had to just adjust it. And he didn't flip the playbook. I just had to adjust how I threw it.
Yeah.
I had to adjust to this playbook because he wouldn't flip it. Even though I would say sometimes, can we do it the opposite way? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, same play, just flip the protections going the other way to help me.
Because at the end of the day, it's the same situation. If you have a right-handed quarterback rolling to the right, you just got to adjust how you throw the ball going to the left.
And that's why
it's the same difference.
And that's why personally, I think you can tell me if I'm wrong in this assessment. I think lefties are better at throwing on the run to the right than righties are throwing on the run to the left. In the sense where, like, if I'm running this way, if I step back and I got to go this way to my right, I'm better at being able to throw on the run going this way. And, like, let's say I got to throw it to the sideline, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got to throw it to the sideline. Because 9 times out of 10, we're in playbooks that are designed for righties, so we end up in these positions. We are more comfortable at making that. Whereas if a righty has to go do it going to the left, they don't do that as often because a playbook's not designed for a lefty 9 times out of 10. Am I making sense?
I can see where you're coming from. I think part of the reason is just like you said, because with left-handed quarterbacks, you're forced to throw going to your right more often than right-handers are to going to their left. Because just like I said, most offenses are tailored to the strength of a right-handed quarterback. I think the other thing is coming from a left-handed quarterback going right. I think the other thing is there's a different style of how you square your shoulders compared to a right-handed quarterback.
I don't think there's a different style of how we square our shoulders, but I will say, and this is from personal experience and also other lefty quarterbacks I've worked with, we tend to have a different arm slot where we throw. Because for some reason, and this is just a general observation I've made even with myself, lefties, when we throw the ball, we go typically from this 3/4 to a sidearm real easy. Like because
I've seen a lot of left-handed sidearm.
Keem would do it like Like throwing that sidearm was a lot easier for lefties, whereas like righties wouldn't do the sidearm as much. They do it now, but it's just like because I think that also goes into that footwork and having to adjust to that right-handed playbook. We had to figure it out of how to get this pass off. You know what I mean?
Well, like I said, yeah, because like I said, because coming from your right, you tend to have more people attacking your right shoulder, so you have to be able to adjust your arm to get around it. Right-handers, your arms, if they're coming to your right shoulder, you just throw it outside of that, so you don't tend to have to do a whole lot of like arm angle adjustment to do most things.
Whereas us, because they're already here in front of the pass arm, we got to either throw it high
have to find different angles.
We have to find different angles to do it.
And the other thing that I've also realized, because now that 3-quarter throwing motion just started becoming a thing in college football, NFL, and all that.
A more accepted
remember,
thing. It was always over the top.
Longest time, it's always that over the shoulder. Now you got more guys going that 3-quarter because it's just a more natural arm motion.
It's natural, and it's one of those things where you're not being forced into a position that's not ready for you. Because I remember I had a coach who tried to tell me to do the over the top. But then other coaches like, that's not his natural motion. And he's like, what you mean? He's like, have you ever seen him pitch? Because I play baseball. He's like, have you ever seen him pitch in baseball? When he's pitched, like when he's like, Myron's natural arm position when he's pitching goes more 3-quarter than just straight over the top.
And that's a lot of guys throwing a baseball.
And it just worked better. It just worked better. And growing up, there was still that traditional mindset, oh, you got to be over the top. And it's like, nah, this is just better for me here, and it works better, and it's easier on my shoulder. So I'm going to just do this and make it work. So,
it's 4-3 Carolina.
Yeah, like I said, I know I do have a personal stake in the game, so I try to be as objective as I can. But I admit I do have some subjective bias on that point, being is that how it applies to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me.
So
and our second.
Yeah.
Commit.
So we got our second commit. And you want to know what's funny? You want to know? It is Chavez Steamroll Dixon. Yes, that is the nickname they give this man. Chavez
325 though.
Hey, Chavez Steamroll Dixon. 6'4", 325-pound, 3-star lineman out of Leesburg, Georgia, from Lee County High School. They say he's the 73rd player in Georgia, 35th offensive lineman nationally, and he is the 592nd player nationally as well. And I thought it was funny because I said, not Leesburg. I got it pulled up. They said this man, they said his name Steamroll. I said, what?
Steamroll.
Jelly roll. So the QB definitely commit. Yep. He's committing to, and same with this lineman.
He committed just recently.
And the same with this lineman. He is also committed.
Yeah, so these are full on commits.
So the one you're gonna be looking for, number 79 here. Rest of the way. Like whenever you see number 79. We gonna see.
Look at these mock off Penn State uniforms.
He said, we gonna see.
I'm about to say we'll have to see.
John. Oh Lord.
Wow.
Hey, man jumped up. He said, yeah, nah.
He said, sit down.
Get down.
It's nasty work.
Oh. Oh, great seal. There you go. Hey. I love the fact that even when they go to the ground, he's like, nah, come here.
He said, "Where you going?"
He's like, I'm going to flop on you.
He said, "You go down, you stay down."
Ooh, ooh, good,
Mm.
good. Pass pro, pass. Oh, dog. You hold up. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I was
What is
looking.
happening here?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I was looking here, and when I saw everybody on the line, you see everybody on the line is going backwards.
Except
He is
him.
the only one whose man is staying right here in the middle. He's like, yeah, nah. You, sir, are not going anywhere. Which I find kind of crazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And he's driving. Oh, God.
Then threw him.
Mm.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem.
As long as he keeps. Oh. Hey, I love the fact as soon as dude goes on the ground, you just see him. Just spread. Oh, Lord. I wonder how many opponents he's thrown over his own teammates' bodies.
Enough.
Who is this? Yeah, we got another commit, Quan. This is Chavez Steamroll Dixon.
Steamroll.
Steamroll. Oh, there you go. Sell. That's the best comment of the year, Cobb.
Stelios.
Eloise. That is hilarious. I love that.
Listen, that man throws people to the ground. He comes in like this.
Basically. Especially when he goes and flops on him. Great pickup. That quarterback threw an interception.
There you go.
Oh, God. He took it easy on that corner.
See, Youngin came flat down the line. He wasn't getting hit.
Ooh. Oh, wow. You got that off. That's crazy. Huzzah.
Crazy work, man.
Huzzah.
Crazy
Oh.
work.
Help. My leg. Oh. Not the ref just threw the flag randomly. Just.
Ref was like, I'm done with this.
Oh.
Sick of this noise. So I haven't watched this tape yet. I watched Noah Spinks yesterday.
We just watched Noah.
Yeah, we just watched Noah a second ago.
Oh. Great seal. Get him. Great seal. I feel like he has more. I feel like he's low key holding back. Like on some of these seals.
I think some of his stuff is I think there's moments where he's just not technically sound, and he's focusing more on technique than just getting the job done.
That could be it. Because some of these, I'm like, bro, I feel like you just got power there that you're not fully putting through. But this could be one of those things, like you said, he knows he can overpower a dude, but he's trying to make sure he has the fundamentals down in order to do it.
Because the other thing about him being bigger than a lot of his competition, because that's the other thing is, they get called for holding a lot.
That they get called for holding a lot, and also some of them, because they can easily overpower, they don't, like you said, they don't work on the technique.
They just don't. They just hold.
So you could be right. He could just be working on technique to make sure when he does run into somebody he can't just simply overpower, he can still stop them.
At least that way he's putting up a good block.
Boop.
Oof. Now he got met in the gap.
Maybe in that gap. Hello. He ain't know who he was gonna hit, but he's like, I'm hitting somebody. I hate those refs who throw the flag immediately. I'm like, where, bro? You just threw that just to throw it. Big boy. Great pocket. Yoop. Yoop. Oh. Great seal. Great deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have threw that screen low key. I don't know what his reach is. That's a good question, though.
Probably was he 6'4"? He probably had. I'd probably say about maybe
6'7",
6'9".
6'8", possibly. I say 6'8". Because I've heard usually your reach is like 3 to 4 inches longer than your height. Because mine's is 6'4", but I know I'm 6'1". I think your reach is what, like 6'2", 6'1"?
Yeah, so yeah, about 6'2".
But yep, that is Senor. That is Steamroll. Chavez, Steamroll Dixon. I love it, man.
You play guard. I mean, yeah. And you would expect some guards to have shorter arms, but so yeah, it's one of those you just kind of have to find out. Because right now it's kind of hard to tell. But Byron,
What's up?
maybe man, yeah.
Hey, does he hurt? Oh, wait a minute.
All right.
That's the Oklahoma drill.
Listen, so we got two options here. We can either go with the game, but yeah, he do look tough though. Or we can get to the topic that's burning through all of college football right now.
You said what about the game?
So we can either play the game, or we can do both. It's up to you.
I say we can do both. I say we can do both. Let's talk about this topic.
The game first.
Let's talk about this topic
because I know most of y'all probably heard, and I know it's probably pissed a lot of y'all off because it annoyed the heck out of me. It's the first time me and Myron have ever 100% agreed with the NCAA on something, and it's because this Lubbock judge. Are y'all near Marlboro?
Marlboro County?
No. I don't think I'm near Marlboro County.
Marlboro County is where my folks stay. That's my grandparents.
So I don't know if y'all heard, like I said, I don't know if y'all heard or paid any attention to it, but this judge in Lubbock, Texas, has set an very detrimental precedent for the rest of the NCAA, for college sports as a whole. They played Reedsfield before.
Marlboro County Bulldogs?
So y'all watch Zyke Scott. They say he committed today. I saw something about Zyke Scott. I thought we had already talked about him committing, but I don't know. So I thought he had committed already.
He may have committed, decommitted, and then committed again.
So as of 8:30. So Zyke Scott did commit as of today.
Woo!
So Kane comes in just days after Scott officially visited the program over the weekend. He was offered by UNC back in September and then visited earlier in April as well. So yeah, he's done multiple visits, but yeah, he just committed today. The number 554 overall, 43rd linebacker, and number 16 player in the state of Philadelphia. He's actually the highest rated recruit that we've gotten so far with a grade of 88. So out of the 8 commits, he's the highest rated one so far. Once again, three-star U. 3-star linebackers with a yo.
But back to
so, like I said, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but recently Texas Tech put in an appeal for an injunction in Lubbock, Texas, against the NCAA's wording and the NCAA's ruling on Brendan Sorsby not getting another year eligibility due to gambling on college sports.
not only college sports.
We've all agreed with NCAA that it ruins the integrity of the sport, knowing that you are actively betting on college sports games.
Not just college sports games. You're betting on games that you're a part of. Whether you're on the bench or not, you are on the team that you're betting on. And my co-host is going to get into this, but I got to say this, bro. I've never, as he stated earlier, I have never emphatically agreed with the NCAA 100% to the extent that I have now. Because this pisses me off. One, it pisses me off on the level of, bro, if you want to bet and gamble and do what you got to do, go gamble on like horse races in New Zealand. Go gamble on like random stuff that has no effect on you directly. Like if you really have a gambling addiction, that's what you want to do. But to sit there and gamble on games in college sports, to sit there and gamble on games on the teams you're a part of, go out and admit that, yeah, I was betting on these games for the last few years, not only when I was at Texas Tech, but also when I was at Indiana.
And Cincinnati.
You had 3 different schools betting on these games, on not only your own games, but also on other games of the school.
The other problem is this man has been noted to have put in well over 3,000 bets between Indiana and Texas Tech. Between times he was in Indiana, Cincinnati, and Texas Tech, ranging over $30,000.
And then
so every time I hear about an athlete betting, it reminds me of Pete Rose. Exactly. And not just Pete Rose. Here's the problem. It reminds you of Calvin Ridley. It reminds you of Pete Rose. It reminds you of the Arizona State team for basketball about 20 years ago. Oh. That really set the precedent, especially when it came down to college sports. The problem is, what really annoyed me on this case is the judge's reason for giving him the injunction. That man said that Brendan Sorsby would suffer an imminent injury for not playing the sport. The problem with this is,
what imminent injury?
Imminent injury.
What imminent injury? What? Hold up. An imminent injury because he ain't playing the sport that he gambled on? Guess what? You played a stupid game and you lost. You played a dumb game and you lost. And the NCAA has every right to ban you for doing that. They have every right to ban you the same way Major League Baseball had every right to ban Pete Rose. They had that right because now you're messing with the outcome of games, bro. You are fixing the outcome of games. There's a reason why in baseball, the 1919 World Series is looked upon as a dark moment because the White Sox literally had 9 players throw the game. They threw the World Series, bro. Imagine that. Imagine we are playing in the college football championship. Imagine we were playing in the past college football championship, and you had Carson Beck and 5 players on the Miami offense throw the game against Cincinnati. Imagine if Ruben Bain and 4 players on that Miami defense threw the game because they bet on it. You now have
So-
obscured the entire integrity of the NCAA, of college football, because now guess what? Anytime we watch an NCAA game, basketball, football, baseball, softball, even wrestling and hockey at this point, if something looks really weird and really questionable, and a player who is supposed to be a star all of a sudden doesn't look right, or all of a sudden just isn't playing up to even a baseline standard, we're immediately going to sit there and think they're betting on the game. I'm sick of this.
So check this out. So the judge's name is Ken Curry. This is coming from the Washington Post. This is New York Times. New York Times here. Currently apparently believes that the harm caused to Sorsby, were he deprived the ability to benefit from the elite coaching, training resources, camaraderie, and regimen that only being a member of a Division I college football team can provide, is more damaging than the harm caused by setting a precedent that someone can bet on their own team, the cardinal sin of being an athlete, and receive no consequences besides missing games against Abilene Christian and Oregon State. Major League Baseball's all-time hits leader Pete Rose had to die before the sport would forgive him for betting on his own team. But a Big 12 quarterback, 2-game suspension. Former Iowa defensive tackle Noah Shannon saw his college career ended before he placed one legal bet on his school's women's basketball team, believed to be for less than $100. Sorsby placed at least 40 bets on Indiana football while still underage, and approximately $90,000 in sports wagers using other people's sportsbook accounts, and will be back in time for the Red Raiders opener against Houston. All because Curry bought plaintiff's attorney Jeffrey Kessler's specious argument that the NCAA was harming a recovered gambling addict's welfare by enforcing a rule that every pro sports league in this country also enforces. So just how egregious is the decision? It may be the first time in college sports history in which 99.9% of the country sides with the NCAA. Meanwhile, shameless Texas Tech has twisted itself in a knot attempting to defend the indefensible. In a May 26 open letter, University President Lawrence Shovanek had the audacity to argue the NCAA bylaws governing Brendan's case have not adapted to the era of widespread legalized sports betting, just months after his own school voted to overturn an NCAA policy change that would have allowed athletes to bet on pro sports. Hey, they've got a Big 12 championship to defend. Speaking of, it may be up to the league commissioners, Brett Yormark, to step in and right this wrong. There was immediate backlash amongst Tech's competitors, with one Big 12 coach telling the athletes, Bruce Feldman, he called Yormark 10 minutes after the word spread to voice his displeasure. Every conference has a broad sportsmanship policy that allows the league to suspend someone. It was one thing when we have federal judges, and in one case, the United States Supreme Court, taking on class action cases that attacked the NCAA's broader amateurism model. College athletes were finally able to profit off their name, image, and likeness through a series of fully formed decisions resolving years-long crusades, which we all have agreed with.
We all agree. Okay, players need to be paid.
What we've seen in the last few years is something different entirely. One aggrieved athlete in one particular district finds a judge who hastily grants them an emergency injunction due to the specifics of their case. But then that one decision sets a precedent that has broader consequences for the entire industry. Because you got the Diego Pavia thing, you got Trinidad Chambly thing. So the problem we're having here, the major problem.
Anytime they get a lawsuit and the NCAA rules in a way that they don't like, they immediately go find a local judge.
They find a local judge. The local judge goes, "Oh yeah, cool. Go ahead and give them the thing," and then it sets a ridiculous precedent for the rest of the country. The problem, because somebody had said it before with the Trinidad Chambly thing. When Trinidad Chambly got granted his 6th year of eligibility, that was already at that point the door was already cracked open, but that just pushed the door the rest of the way open, because there was already a thing going on with old buddy from Wisconsin trying to transfer to Miami about his eligibility there. You had Diego Pavia wanting another year. You have 3 other quarterbacks outside of Chambly's this season fighting for eligibility that they shouldn't get. In all honesty, like, okay, I can get possibly. Actually, no, I can't even give you a possibly. 5 years should be it. You should be done after 5. And I really do hope.
I'll give you 6 if you get. I'll give you 6 if you get a serious injury.
If you have a serious injury
like
for a medical waiver, I'll give you that. For like particular medical waivers,
you get one for a red. You get one natural red shirt, one serious medical waiver. I'll give you that.
And I'll even say if you have to leave for a legitimate mental health reason, that's not gambling addiction.
If you have to leave for a reason such as you are the sole proprietor and sole like caretaker of a parent and they become deathly ill, I'll give you an exemption for that.
And you got to leave the school to go take care of the family. Yeah. I'll give you the extra.
I'll give you that.
I won't mark you. But if it comes down to this kind of situation where you have a man that full on admitted to you that yes, he was placing these bets as a member of the team, on his team and his basketball teams. I don't care if you want to label it mental health or not trying to downgrade mental health, but putting an addict back into the environment that caused him to be an addict does not fix the problem, but promotes the issue.
And it just sets the precedent of like, okay, I got away with this. If I run into this again,
I get away with it?
I can do it again.
I can continue to do this over and over again until we're blue in the face. And like I said, we were in 99.9%. What about professionals overseas coming to the States playing college ball? I don't care. Because so far, none of them have been good.
Honestly, the professionals that have been coming over here have been like, I guess the role players or whatever from overseas. But I'm hating this because it's consistently happening. And I just cannot for the life of me look at this situation, look at him and say, yeah, you deserve to come back and play again. And you want to sit there and be like, well, Pete Rose died before they let him in. Guess what? That's part of it. And you just said that's the Cardinal. Bro. That's the Cardinal sin, bro. That's the thing you don't. And when you are an athlete, that's what you don't do. That is the equivalent of point shaving. You screwing your team over. Sports is supposed to be the one place in the world, in the universe, in this entire existence. Sports is the one place where we say, you know what? Line it up. You, me, 1v1, level playing field. Who's better? There's no outside. Like, you are trying to take everything out of the equation, line it up. Let's see who's better. And you mean to tell me if I play on a team, I saw. And you mean to tell me if I have a team sport, I'm sitting there playing football, I got 11 on 11. Turns out it's actually 13 on 10 or 13 on 9 because my quarterback has convinced another teammate to just, hey, yo, I put a bet in if we do this bad here. So now I'm playing at a disadvantage. I don't even know.
He said, bro, if you drop the first 6 passes, that's 30,000 both our pockets. Like
now I'm down. Now I'm losing a game for a reason I shouldn't even be losing because you want to line your pockets.
If players leave colleges early to play overseas, should they be allowed to come back if they have eligibility? The way this whole situation is going with that, I don't think you should. I don't think you should be allowed to play at the college level after you've gone professional. I don't care if it's international or locally. Once you hit the professionals, you have forfeited the rest of your eligibility.
I will say, if they're playing pro internationally, I agree. If they go over to just play like college internationally, they still have that eligibility.
College internationally is fine. No, I'm talking about professional, like CBA, NBL.
Yeah, if they go pro, then you should already forgo your college eligibility because think about it. So many players, when the NBA instituted the one and done rule and stopped allowing players to go to high school, what were a lot of players doing? They either did 1 year at college or they did 1 year overseas somewhere. Brandon Jennings, LaMelo Ball, like these are some notable players who said, all right, I'm going to go do a year overseas. Pat Bev played overseas for a while. They came back. So,
and I think if there's going to be any kind of exception for that rule, to me, you can't come back to play the same sport you went professionally for. If you want to come back and play college sports.
Yeah. Okay. I can agree with that. So if you leave and go play, if you go play basketball college here, go play basketball overseas. If you want to come back and play in college, you got to play baseball, football, something else.
You got to play some other sport.
I can agree with that.
Come back here and play college level of the same sports you left to go play professionally. It just does. What are we doing?
I would say in that instance, because the way the clearinghouse and stuff works, your eligibility gets run out regardless of what sport you play. So in that situation, the way they would have to do it is they would have to make it in the clearinghouse and stuff. If you go and play professionally, let's say you're in basketball, you go play professionally basketball. In the clearinghouse, they have to make the system. Once you go pro basketball, your years for basketball automatically up. But those remaining years that you would have had you stayed apply to every other sport. Yep. So that clock is still ticking, but it applies to every other sport.
So I heard if you go G League, you may be able to return to college.
They are talking about that.
I've heard about it, and like that's real sketchy to me too.
I'm gonna be consistent and say no, you shouldn't be able to because you still get paid in the G League.
Like I said, that's real sketchy to me.
Do you get paid as much? No, but you still get paid, and it's still professional. You still have access to professional facilities. You still have access to pro trainers. You still have access to pro team. You still have access to workouts. Shoot, you could be getting workouts. Yeah, you're on the G League team. You get called up to the Lakers, a la Bronny. Now you're a pro.
Now you've played a few games in the pros. Like once you've played, a
la Mac McClung. Now you're a pro.
Yeah, the other thing for me is once you've played professionally, like once you go G League, because you are now on a professional team's payroll. Yeah, it may be a minor league team to them, but it's a major league team's payroll. You are no longer eligible to be here at the college level. It just doesn't work.
Because imagine you get picked up. For example, Haynes King. Haynes King, right now, 4th string, potentially practice squad for Carolina, right?
Right.
Do y'all think Haynes King, even though he's practice squad, should be allowed, and let's say he does this year with Carolina, practice squad all year, do you think Haynes King should be allowed to come back next year for the 2027-28 college football season? No. You wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say Will Greer, who's been a practice squad guy around the league, or Josh Rosen, who's been a practice squad guy around the league, should be allowed to go back to college. You should no UFL guy should be allowed to go back to college. Sorry. And this is coming from a guy who's like trying to look at getting into the UFL. Like, no. We got to be consistent across the board about this. And I don't like this. And I really, really, really am frustrated because to me, it's the audacity to do this. To flat out come out and say, yeah, I did all these bets. I did X, Y, and Z. Oh, you're taking football from me? I'm just going to. That's where when people say the current generation feels entitled to certain stuff, this is one of those situations. You think you're entitled to playing. You think you're entitled to play college football because you were a decent college football. No, sir. You broke the number one rule.
The number one
you broke the rule that you don't break.
You just don't. And I don't know. Some people will make the argument. Well, Calvin Ridley got away with it when he was at Atlanta. But here's the caveat for Calvin.
He got suspended for a year.
He got suspended for a year, and on top of that, Calvin Ridley was not actively on that team. Calvin Ridley was gone. He was not actively with the Falcons.
Because didn't he say he went home on like mental health leave at that time?
He went home for mental health issues. So he had been at home He's like, he had not played a single game for the Falcons from that point on when he made the bets. He wasn't even actively on the roster.
Like,
but once again, they suspended him for a year. Because at the end of the day, it's at the end of the day, you can't be betting on your own teams.
And here's another thing that makes it make sense. And you're going to see how I connect this. So Texas Tech is saying it's okay for the player to bet on the game that he's involved in. But when we flip sports, we talk about Tim Donaghy in the NBA. When if a referee do it, all of a sudden, worst thing in the world, right? We all agree that Tim Donaghy betting on them games, that he was a referee, was absolute no. We all agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
But we're okay. But this judge in Lubbock, Texas, is okay with the quarterback doing it. The quarterback, the star position on a football team. I don't care who you are. You can ask a girl that doesn't know, a girl, a guy, anybody who doesn't even know a thing about sports. You know one thing they do know? They know the quarterback is the star of the team. That is the star position.
Another thing that bothers me about this particular reason, I get so annoyed hearing reasons from judges talking about, oh, if we punish him, it's going to ruin his life if we do that.
It's going to ruin his career. He chose that.
He chose to do it. Gambling addiction or not, you chose to continue to gamble. If you had the addiction, you could have brought it up. And admitted doing it. If you had the addiction and you knew it was a problem, you could have brought it up to your school sooner. You could have got the help you needed. But once again, the biggest problem is now you were releasing, and this is for Brendan Sorsby's situation personally, you are releasing a gambling addict back into the environment in which he was gambling in the first place. And you're talking about he's going to have an imminent injury for losing out on some of the benefits it comes with being a part of D1. But what you're not understanding is, the easiest way to say it is, if you put a crackhead in rehab and the crackhead gets out of rehab and the first thing you do is take them back to the crack house that you just took them from, guess what? They're probably going to do crack again. Same thing with Brendan. He got diagnosed with gambling anxiety disorder or whatever it was. If you release him back into the situation in which he was gambling from, when he's about to be going out here making this NIL money again, $5 million, by the way, about to go back making NIL money again, and have access to a phone with gambling with betting apps on it again. Even worse, even in the state of Indiana, he really should be in jail or at least fined, because guess what? He was 18 making these bets. In Indiana, you have to be Indiana and Ohio, you have to be 21. So that's why he was making these bets through somebody else's sports books. He couldn't be on my team. He'd get cut for this. Go play for somebody else. And, it's funny. My wife said the same thing. Somebody's like, that doesn't mean any other team will draft him.
I've been cut him. I'm with Quan. I'm cutting him.
I'd have been cut.
Like the moment I find out you were gambling on our team,
you're cut immediately.
Nah, bro, you gotta go. You gotta go because now I don't know. For the simple fact of the matter, will you sit there and look your teammates in the eye and say, "I got your back"? I can't trust that. When I'm your coach and I need you to execute, I can't trust you're going to execute.
I can't trust that you go out in there and do your job to what you're doing, what you're supposed to do. Because guess what? You've been gambling on there. I don't know if you've been throwing games. I don't know if that one bad pass you threw last series was on purpose or not.
Right.
I don't know that anymore.
I can sit there and might guess and be like, okay, that was a little long, or that was a bad read. Like, what's up? What'd you see? I'm thinking you might have just misread something on a second. Lo and behold, no, you purposely did it.
Found out, oh, you got a bigger payout. Have you completed less? If you had a certain completion percentage, I can't trust you. This removes all trust from college sports. And this is one of the last few bastions sports fans had with college sports. This is the last little bit of like true entertainment at the sporting level that we had, because we know this was still pure, at least to a level. Sure, we have institutions that are buying up athletes. We get it. But at the end of the day, the competition is still competition at a college level. The competition is real. It is prove it or lose it kind of environments we still get here. Once you have released, once you are allowing somebody who has blown away the integrity of the sport, you've ruined the integrity of the entire sport at every level. Every sport across the college landscape now has lost all integrity to it.
The situation too is now there, like you said, there's nothing we can trust. At least back in the day, even through college football and college sports and whatnot, we might be able to say, hey, yo, they might be cheating the game. The refs might be cheating this, that, and the third. But there was a realm of plausible deniability. There was a realm where we were like, man, so-and-so throwing this game. So-and-so selling. There was a realm of plausible deniability because there was nothing we could actually prove to be like, yeah, bro is purposely throwing this game, right?
But now 9,000 bets.
But now that's gone out the window, and that irks me. And then the other thing that irks me, you placed over 9,000 bets, right, Joel? You said he plays 9,000 bets
for over 9,000
for over $30,000, right?
For
$30,000, right?
For over $30,000.
Sir, how are you in rehab for 36 days and think you're good?
That part.
How do you think?
Or I just can't trust him on my team. Let someone else take a chance on him. No, nobody's taking a chance on him. Heck, at this point, tell you true, the one other thing I'm actually pretty proud of, ADs and coaches across the country are like, we're not scheduling them for any sport.
We're not going to play them.
Texas Tech is not about to do not schedule Texas Tech on any schedule for any team across the board.
And it sucks that all the sports at Texas Tech are might low-key get affected because they're saying, yo, we might not play Texas Tech in basketball, softball, or any sport, which sucks because now you're getting the boys and girls who had nothing to do with this. They're losing a season of their college eligibility. And guess what's going to happen? Because they don't want to lose that season, a lot of players are going to leave.
Because y'all made a dumb decision to let this boy back in. It's terrible. It's terrible. It is just
stupid. And like we said, bro, first time in our lives where we completely 100% agree with the NCAA, and that's been rare.
I've never and probably never will be again be more in agreement with the NCAA than I am right now.
Like I've been at 95% on some things. I've been at 90% on some things with the NCAA. Like there, and I've been more likely to be 100% on the side of the players. But like you said, I have never in my life been more aligned and more in agreement and more ironclad in my support of the NCAA's decision than I am right now. Because, and I think it's because we are athletes and it hits on an even deeper level because we know how it would feel if we found out our teammate was betting on these games and low-key screwing us over.
Because check this out. So
he's a fantastic college football player. I would prefer that Texas Tech have their best foot forward and that he be able to play as long as he follows the rules. Accountability is not cruelty.
It actually helps you in the process.
Exactly.
A lot of.
I would argue that it's going to help him learn and grow way faster than allowing something like this. Why can't people be held accountable and then learn and grow from it? Where did we lose that? There is one hard and fast rule. And that is there are no rules right now. We just can't continue to do this. Just grant people free passes, get out of jail free card. Come on, Brendan Sort.
This is absolute
madness.
On three
college
sports.
Football, Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby has been granted an injunction to play in the 2026 college football season. Brendan Sorsby had a gambling addiction, went to get help for it, and more power to Brendan Sorsby, and good for Texas Tech for standing with him throughout the entire time. The precedent that was in place was if you bet on your own team, which Brendan Sorsby did when he was at Indiana, you are not going to be able to play that sport any longer. As a college football fan, I am excited to watch Brendan Sorsby play football. Texas Tech with a dynamic threat at quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, that I think immediately keeps them in the national title conversation, full stop. At the exact same time, this is a really scary precedent to set for college sports and for college football specifically. I'd love to see Brendan Sorsby play college football. However, you can't allow that, because what happens when the next case like Brendan Sorsby pops up? You're going to just tell somebody else, hey, if you are going to have a gambling scandal, more or less, just say you're addicted, whether it's true or not, and you're going to be in the clear to be able to go play that following season. I don't love the precedent this sets for future Brendan Sorsby situations. As much as I'm excited to see him play football, this is a really slippery slope to go down here. Really slippery slope.
Like, none of them could have said it better. And that's the biggest thing.
Slippery to me. It's just stupid.
It's a straight, to me, it's a straight fall off a cliff.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's a straight dive, straight nose dive off a cliff. The biggest thing for me is, just like the first guy said, there has been a major lack of accountability when it comes down to this stuff. That we can't just continue to let people just go unaccountable. We can't just continue to give free passes because whatever reason we want to give it. That's all I can say. Like, accountability, people need to be held accountable. This is an accountability moment, and that judge dropped the ball entirely. Yes, Texas Tech dropped the ball, and I think the rest of the country is about to make them feel it. And unfortunately, the people who aren't even involved are going to have to get hurt, but it is what it is.
1,000%.
The precedent has to be reset.
Well, let's get to this game, man, and get up out of here.
What you got?
All right. Oh, it's my turn? Damn.
But say, you said you had the game for this week.
Did I?
Yeah, you told me earlier. You told me last week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dang. Now I remember. Okay. I remember.
All right. I didn't have a game this week, so.
All right. So because it's the two of us, we're gonna run it. We're gonna run it a little quicker. But we each get 10 questions to ask the other.
Mm-hmm.
And we pick a subject. We'll keep it sports related.
Okay.
We'll keep it sports related. But we got to figure out what the other is thinking.
What's my category?
Yeah. Your category, both of our categories will be NFL.
Okay. NFL category. Got you. Okay.
Yeah, we both can pick like an NFL category.
All right. Okay, I got it.
All right. I know my category. All right. You ready? You want to go first or you want me?
You can go first.
All right. All right, so we got 10 questions. So we got to remember. Is yours quarterback related?
No.
Okay.
Is it a player?
Players are here. Yes.
Is that players are here?
Yes, players are here.
Okay.
Is yours based on a division?
No.
Okay.
Is it an accomplishment?
No.
Okay.
Is it NFC related?
It is not.
Okay. So it's not a team. It's not.
Is it
a conference?
Is it an offensive? Is it an offensive unit?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it AFC related?
It is not.
Oh hell! So now we really out here in the dark. All right.
Is this offensive unit in the NFC?
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, technically, yes.
Okay. Offense, they're in the okay. I guess technically in the NFC.
Yeah. Is it a position group?
It is a position group.
Okay. Okay.
Because I was just about to ask you to say, is it a position group?
Yes, it is a position group. I'll give you that. Does this position group play defense?
It does not.
All right.
Does this position group ever have the ball in their hands?
Yes. Does your position group weigh around 300 pounds or more?
I don't know if there've ever been one, but no. Like the window's still open for that, possibly? No. Is it a specialties group?
Technically, yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a specialty group. Does this position group do more than one thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this position group tight ends?
No. Is your position group tight ends?
It is not.
Damn. I thought I had it. Thought I had it.
And you did say this is more than one player.
Yes, this is more than one player.
Okay. Are we counting that as a question, or we're just
No, that was you clarifying.
Okay.
Because you got two, I got one question left.
Is the team this position group on in the East Coast?
There have been East Coast players like this. Like this group has had players from the East Coast.
Okay.
Is your position group running backs?
It is running backs.
Okay. Okay. So I got my 10. So now I have to solidify.
Is your position group quarterbacks?
It is. Is your category 2000s running backs?
It is not.
Damn.
Is your position group Hall of Fame quarterbacks?
No, it is not. But there have been Hall of Fame quarterbacks in this group. Mine was left-handed quarterbacks.
I had a feeling. And the bad thing is, I like around, it's bad. Around question 6, I'm like, it's probably left-handed quarterbacks.
Mine was left-handed quarterbacks. What was yours?
Hall of Fame running backs.
Oh man, damn. I was like, okay. I think it might be 2000s running back. Damn.
Nope, Hall of Fame running backs.
Damn. I was sitting there and it was funny because I was like, okay. I gotta have a wide range of players for him to pick in case he like gets. And you know what? There's another way I saw another group do it.
There's another one talking about, can I get
you have to guess like a player. They would guess players, and then once they start putting the players together, they try to guess what the group is.
Yeah,
I just
because I was about
because
like everything in me because I could say around question 5, I was like, watch it be left-handed quarterbacks.
It was
because as soon as I ask offensive players, it's specialties group. I'm like, watch it be quarterback.
It was left-handed quarterback.
So I'd be dang if it's a left-handed quarterback. I'll be upset
because it was funny. The group I was gonna, if we did it that format, had I remembered it correctly, the players I had selected was gonna be Mark Brunell, Tim Tebow, Steve Young, and I couldn't give you Michael Vick. That would have been the giveaway. I couldn't give you Vick. That would have been the giveaway.
And it's also funny. I thought about asking this Mike Vick in this group.
I was like, I couldn't give you. I was literally like Jim Zorn. I was like Ken Stabler, Mark Brunell, Steve Young, Tim Tebow. Like I legit like picked 4 players. I was like, I can't give this away to them.
Because at first I was gonna go team specific.
When you said it wasn't AFC or NFC for me, that took out any team. I knew it was a group thing.
Because I was originally gonna do a team thing, and funny thing is, Cobb would have been happy about it because it would have been Marcus Allen for the Raiders.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Then I saw, and as I was looking, I was like, and I saw Hall of Fame. I'm like, no, I'm gonna make a Hall of Fame running backs instead, just in case he starts asking questions.
Since he starts asking too many questions. But yeah. Oh, that was fun. We're gonna do it next week. We're gonna do it next week.
We'll get it next week.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, time for our last segment. Time for our Tar Heel takeaway of the week. I think it's your turn this week, sir.
That's fine. So I ain't really got nothing this week, y'all. All I'm gonna say is y'all stay safe, be blessed out there, keep your head on a swivel, and just make sure you drink water, get enough sleep, brush your teeth, and wash your behind. Because trust me, it's the summer. And there's some of y'all out there. Y'all know who you are. Don't try to hide it. Walk around swamp ass all day. I see you. Put on deodorant, put on lotion. And yes, I said lotion. To all those who don't, I'm talking about I got good skin. You don't.
Oh, you saw that video too?
Yeah.
of the dude that was like, I got good skin, who was ashy as hell.
I sent it. I teach you. I sent it to you.
I was like, good.
So just know, you don't. If you need sunscreen, put on sunscreen. And like I said, drink water. Don't let dumb people stress you out because they ain't worth the energy. Get you some good sleep. Take that nap if you need it. And that's pretty much all I got.
All right, man. So my turn. My Tar Heel takeaway of the week, man. Man, honestly, y'all, I've been going through it. I've been going through it low-key. In the sense of creatively, I felt like I have been thrown off my rhythm this year. Creatively, like ever since I lost my hard drive and was trying to get that back. And when I finally got that back, I felt like that's thrown me off of my whole schedule, and it's ran me off of my creative drive, and now has had me second guessing projects and skits and things I've developed. And I've been really trying to gain that confidence back slowly but surely. And I've been hesitant on putting content back up because I've been afraid that it doesn't do as well and things like that. But I had to be reminded, thanks to my girl, that I do this for y'all. I do content for myself. And if y'all enjoy the content I do, I thank y'all. I just know I've mentally been going through it and back to second guessing myself the way I was probably about a year and a half ago when I was doing content. And I usually go through this rut every so often where I'll be doing good or something will happen, something to throw me off my groove. And then I start second guessing everything I've put together. And if people really like it, if people really don't, just do the damn thing. Not everybody's going to like what I do. Not everybody's going to like what you do. But if it's something that you enjoy and it's something that you love doing, go ahead and do it because at least one person's going to also enjoy it. And I had to be reminded about that. So hopefully this will reignite the spark that I've had for making skits and videos and gets me back into my creative grind. And I do want to build a lot of things. And I think I really am just going to full send, take a chance, and start letting my ideas come to fruition and just throwing them out there. Something's bound to stick, I think. But if y'all subscribe to my personal channel and you like the content I put out and you've been waiting for me to get back on my grind, I appreciate your waiting. I appreciate your patience, and your boy's coming back. I think I've got the spark again.
I feel that because, like I said, I've been sitting on not doing stuff lately, so I feel you,
bro. Like it's like ever since the hard drive incident,
yeah, it's been hard.
Like I've been just like that killed a lot of my momentum, and ever since I got it back, the fear of the hard drive happening again, like having creative block, or I'll sit there and just double guess what I'm doing. And then I start hesitating and be like, oh, well, nobody's going to like this anyways. And nobody's going to watch this anyways. And I just get discouraged from doing it. And then again, because I had to ramp up everything, building the overlay I built, it was like, all right, man, that took, crazy as it sounded, I know I built it quickly and you saw me build it. But mentally, that was a hurdle. Like that was a mental hurdle for me to put that together because I was questioning it the whole time I'm putting it together. Like, oh, this looks bad. This looks stupid. What am I doing? This ain't gonna come out great. X, Y, and Z, yada yada, whoop whoop.
It's gonna be a problem,
but it's okay, man. We're gonna be all right. Let's get up on out of here.
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna have to uninstall CapCut and reinstall it.
It'd be like that,
bro. Because like when I go to export, it just sits there loading.
It just sits there and freezes. Yeah, you might.
That's the thing. It's not even. That's the thing. It's not even frozen. It just says loading.
What you could do, and we can talk more about it tomorrow. Go in and delete all the old updates in CapCut. Because there's a way to do it. I'll help you walk through it because I had to do it. And sometimes the old updates are bogging down your computer because they're still there.
Yeah.
And so when you take those out, even on my old computer, when I took those out, I would keep like the latest 3 updates, right, from CapCut, but delete anything older than that, and it would start to run refreshing again and doing its thing. But guys, gals, everybody, you gonna do the outro? Or you want me to do it?
You got it.
All right, y'all. So that's been another episode of North Carolina Tar Heels Live Podcast, man. We have been your hosts with the most, this side of the Mississippi and on this side of the hemisphere. Thank you, everybody who watches. Thank you for joining. Please be sure to join us every Tuesday around 9 p.m. Eastern time. We usually start around 9:15, maybe 9:30 at the latest, but that's the latest we're ever going to start. So be on the lookout for us. When you see us scheduled, you know to pull up and start getting ready. We thank y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And to Tar Heel Nation, we out here. Make sure y'all like,
Appreciate y'all.
share, subscribe, do the things. Peace out. Later days. We'll see y'all next time.